Hello people of the interwebs, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Raquel. We do a lot of kind of beauty things here, hair, skin, body, that sort of thing. The occasional book review. Okay, so if I look shiny today, it's probably because I am. It is 26 degrees, it's 11:30 in the morning. It's gonna get hotter, probably hottest about 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. My hair is down. I really want to put it up, but kind of want it down for the video because it looks quite nice today, don't you think? So if I look shiny, it's because I am, and we're in a heat wave. But today's video is going to be all of my favorites from 2022. We have quite a lot to get through, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. Let's start with makeup. So I don't really have one thing in each category. These are kind of just my favorites from the year that I have been using the most. So when I have needed a proper foundation, which is not often, let's be honest, I'm a homebody, I don't go out that often, but I do dance, professionally from time to time. And in that case, I need a really good foundation. This one from Revolution, their matte base. This is the shade F7. It is such a perfect shade match for me. I've never found such a good shade match. Like most other foundations that I try, if they're the right kind of light or dark level, what do you call that? I don't know. They are often too yellow or too warm. I don't have a warm undertone and I don't have a cool undertone. I'm very neutral. And I find it quite hard to match that with foundations. This is so perfect. It is obviously a matte foundation, and it's kind of, I want to say, on the fuller end of medium coverage. You can definitely build it up to full, but I love this. Next, something I discovered this year, I think it was only released this year, from Wet n Wild, their Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. This is such a cool product. I'm actually wearing it today with some concealer as well, but it's a super light coverage, but it kind of just makes everything look even and like definitely not flawless. You can see the flaws in my face because they are there, but it's just a really nice product if you're going out and you want just that little bit of something on your skin to maybe cover up a tiny bit of redness. I don't know if anyone follows me on Instagram. I don't think I've even mentioned it here, but I was diagnosed with rosacea in 2022. So my cheekies are quite pink most of the time. And this kind of just covers that up a little bit, but not too much that it looks caked. It's very, very lightweight. Then for concealer, I feel like this will always be my favorite. I'm going to keep going back to it. It's the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. It's just such a staple. I wear the shade 020 Light Beige. I do like some other concealers, like the Revolution one is nice, but I find it finishes very quickly and it's more expensive than this, so I end up forking out more cash for my concealer when this one is fantastic. And the Essence Camouflage ones are also really, really good, but I think this one's a slightly better shade match for me and I keep going back to it. Then for powder, I've actually had this for a while, but I kind of didn't use it for a long time and then I went back to it. This is the Sorbet Powder to You Loose Powder, and I have the shade Light. Yeah, it's just a really nice loose powder. I feel like I'm never going to finish it because you use so little on your face, but it mattifies really nicely. It has a little bit of coverage, but just a super, super nice product that does the job. Then for blush, I have a couple favorites. The first one, and I'm picking this one up first because when I see it, I'm like, oh, I love it. The first one is from Makeup Revolution. It's the Duo Blush and Highlighter Blushed. I don't know why it's called Blushed. And so it comes with a blush and a highlighter. The blush has like some wavy pattern on it. I don't know if you can see that. This is like a very bright corally red, and the highlight is a beautiful pale golden shade. I am wearing them today. The blush can be really pigmented, so you have to be quite careful with it. This is in the shade Daydream. But yes, I have been loving this. It is super easy to just, you know, pick up and put on. Then I picked this up in like a sale bin, so I don't even know if it's really available anymore considering it was on sale for 50 bucks. This is from LA Girl. It is the Velvet Blush Stick, and I have one of these highlighters as well, and like the gold label just rubs off. It's so irritating. This is in the shade Velour. It's a cream blush that is super easy to apply. I don't know if you want to see it. It's quite, I'm not doing this very well. It's quite a bright pink. I'm really not doing this well. Let's do that again. Quite a bright pink. So if you don't like bright, you won't like this. There are other shades, but I don't know, again, I don't know if they've been discontinued or something, because I only saw some shades in the sale bin and didn't see other shades. So I don't know, but this is super nice if you just want to like go pat, pat, pat with your fingers, done. It is very easy to use product, and just, yeah, it's good. It's good. The last sort of face product is the Wet n Wild Hello Halo Blush Lighter. Let's open this so you can see it a bit better. So we've got kind of a golden, there's the gold one highlight, and a more sort of pinky peachy one. And the golden one is like super bright and lovely on its own. The peachy one is nice if you want like a glowy blush. It's a nice blush topper. Or what I like to do is I combine them and use them as a highlight and kind of all over the cheek. They are super pretty, and this is, I think the gold is actually quite similar to the gold in the Revolution one as well. So you can tell what kind of shade I like, can't you? Moving on to eyes, I am really boring when it comes to my eyebrows. I kind of either don't do anything or do the same thing all the time. So I've got the Revolution Duo Brow thingy. It's got a spoolie on one end and a pencil on the other. And I feel like I'm never going to finish this. Look at that. Because I don't use a lot of it when I do my brows. This is the shade Dark Brown. But it's a really good match for my like very, very dark brows. And then I don't want to say this is not the best like brow gel that I've ever used, but it's just convenient and it works. I've used better ones. This is the Catrice Lash and Brow Designer Shaping and Conditioning Mascara Gel. Yeah, it's just, this one is really gross. Like it's almost finished. It needs to go. So the wand is quite interesting. It's got like your typical mascara side on one side, and then it's got like longer, flatter bristles on the other side. Can you even see this? There you go. You can see the long, flat ones, which I don't use them. I don't really know what they're for. But yeah, I will definitely try something else. This has just been convenient and it works. It's not like the stick your brows flat kind of thing, but just keep them gently in place. Nothing has changed with regards to eyeshadow primer. I'm still in love with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. I have very oily eyelids, so I need a primer if I'm going to wear eyeshadow, and this just makes everything stay in place really, really well. So highly recommend, and it's inexpensive too. Then for eyeshadow, I haven't really worn a lot of eyeshadow this year, but when I have, this palette I have just gravitated towards. And I mean, I have other eyeshadow palettes that I've used, but I feel like this one is just easy, and like you can do a variety of looks without too much effort, and the shadows are very good quality. This is also from Catrice. It is their Pro Slim Eyeshadow Next Gen Nudes. And on the back it says the shade is Courage is Beauty, but there's only one Next Gen Nudes eyeshadow palette. I don't know, whatever. So let's try not to blind you. It's got these beautiful shades. It's got some lighter ones, some pinky ones, like a silvery taupey shade. This one called Provocative is a silvery taupe. Some dark browns, which of course I use like every time I do a look with this palette. And then some really, really awesome shimmers. There's a purple, there's a more bronzy one, there's a more goldy one. This shade over here, Vision, is the perfect inner corner highlight. It has everything you need to do an everyday look, or those dark browns make it really easy to amp up that look for you know, if you're going out at night or if you're performing on stage like I do from time to time. It's just perfect. And it's really slim as well. The packaging, I feel like they've done a really good job. So it's easy to fit into a makeup bag if you're taking it with you to for me, I would say a performance. But, you know, I also did some bridesmaids makeup for a friend's wedding this year, and we used this along with another palette, but the other palette didn't have the depth of these browns, so I needed this one. Just a really good all-round. If you're looking for something basic that can take you from day to night, you can use for anything, this one is good. And then for eyeliner, this is a new discovery for me this year. I've been wanting to try it for ages, and I had an eyeliner like brush pen that was lasting me years and years and years, and it never ran out. So I didn't see the need to buy a new one. This is the Switch Beauty Jet Liner. I don't know if you can see the text over there. Switch Beauty, you guys have done it. This stuff is amazing. It's a little brush tip, and let me get close so you can see, and then you can see the blush I did so badly earlier. It applies super easily and super black, and you can go more gently if you want a thinner line, or you can press down if you want a thicker line. It's just super easy to use for whatever kind of eyeliner you're doing. And I know, like, sometimes if you're doing a wing, the like felt tips don't work so nicely because the ink runs down, and then there's like you're holding it like this. So you'll be holding it like this to do your wing, and the ink runs down, so there's no ink in the tip. This one doesn't do that, and I don't know how. And because the tip is so fine, you can actually do such a nice like thin wing with this. Obviously you can thicken it if you want to, but to get that like very fine point is so easy. And I've never had that with a pen eyeliner. I've normally had to use one of those like brush ones that I don't have it here with me, but you know, like the ones that has like a little pot of liquid and the brush goes in and you pull it out to do your eyeliner. I've normally had to use those if I want to do a wing, but that thing makes it so easy. So Switch Beauty, you are doing the things. Next for mascara, I've used a couple mascaras, but this one is just like a notch above the others. This is the Catrice Lashes to Kill 24-hour No Panda Eyes Smudge Proof Mascara. That's quite a name. Here it is. It's got like little green writing on it. And the brush is quite big, which like normally I don't like big brushes on a mascara, but this brush is easy to use and it doesn't like leave a mess all over your lashes. It's not a plastic brush, it's, what do they call it, the fiber ones. And I think this is a tubing mascara. When you remove it, it doesn't like make black all over your eye. It kind of comes off in clumps, and I think that's tubing. When it like makes clumps on your lashes, I don't know. It's volumizing, it's lengthening, it stays in place, it doesn't smudge, which on a hot summer day like today, that's something you need, right? So yeah, definitely this is my favorite mascara of the year. Moving on to lips. It feels so weird. Like, I love lipstick and lip products, but I feel like I haven't worn a lot of them this year. Like, maybe for some context, I mostly work from home and occasionally we go into an office. And obviously if I'm going into the office and I'm going to see my team, I put on some makeup, like not necessarily a lot, but I'll definitely include a lip product. But I've kind of been keeping it very basic, which I want to say is weird for me because I've always loved like a bold lip. So these are not quite so bold. My first favorite is the Fenty Beauty lip gloss, this Gloss Bomb. This is the shade Sweet Mouth. I actually wanted Fussy and it wasn't available online, and I pre-ordered when these were available. They came to South Africa at the end of May in 2022 and I pre-ordered some things. Yeah, so I wanted Fussy. Everyone raves about Fussy, but it wasn't available online, and I thought, like, I really want to try one of them, so I got Sweet Mouth. And it's a really beautiful, like very neutral, very sheer, slightly shimmery gloss, but it's been kind of perfect for me this year. Like I can wear it at home, I can wear it going out. It's that little bit of something, but it's not too much, if that makes sense. And for lipstick, I've actually had this since the end of 2020, and I can't stop using it. It is just wonderful. It's the Catrice Matt Lipstick pen in the shade 050 Let's Go to Marrakesh. This is matte, and it's quite a thin, like, lipstick pen. You see that? Let's do a little swatcheroo. I'm so bad at this. So it's quite red, but I want to say it's a muted, very wearable red. I can wear this any day, and it makes me feel so, like, put together, like in a done up way, but not too much. Like, it's not a super bold bright red, but it's still red, and I just feel like it's such a, I can wear it to anything. And this formula, it's matte, but it's so comfortable. It doesn't make your dry patches on your lips look bad. It doesn't bunch up weirdly. It wears off really nicely. Just super comfortable, amazing formula. I love this. Then I have a couple other lipstick favorites. Again, it's like stuff that I've been wearing when I go to the office. I'm wearing this one today. This is the Catrice Demi Matt Lipstick in 030. The shade name, it's called Coffee Mattmoiselle. So this is the shade. I'm wearing it today. It's just a matte, like, lipstick in a bullet. Also really comfortable. I want to say it's not as, like, nice feeling as the other matte one, but still really nice. And I love the color. It's such an easy color to wear. Again, something I can wear like any day, anytime. It's just great. It's a little bit darker than my natural lip color, and I like it. Should we swatch all the lipsticks? So if I go next to the red, there's the nude. And then last for lipsticks, this was a newer purchase. This is from Wet n Wild. They like redid their lipsticks. Like, it's got little lips there. How cute. What is this called? The writing is so small. I don't know. Is it a matte lipstick? I think so. The shade is called Sandstorm. And it's also a nude, but a slightly different tone. And I've been enjoying it. You can tell I've like hardly used it. Like, that is wound all the way down. It's gonna last forever. Let's do another swatch for you. Here. So it's like a little bit darker than the other nude, but it's a different tone. And I've just been enjoying, I don't know, wearing nudes, but I've just put lipstick all over my leg. I've been enjoying wearing nudes, but playing up with the color. So yeah, those are my makeup favorites. Let's move on to skincare, but I'm gonna go wash this off my hand first. Whew, guys, it's so hot. If you're in South Africa in this heat wave, stay hydrated. So 2022 was kind of the year that I really got into skincare. It's not that I wasn't into it before, but I don't know, I just really wanted to take care of my skin and to not just use the same products that I've been using for years, and actually do some research about what is going to be good for me and what's going to treat my particular skincare concerns. So there's quite a few favorites here, and I've tried a whole bunch of stuff, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen all of that. Yeah, let's get into it. So for makeup removal, I decided to step away from micellar water, particularly for the eyes, because I felt like all the tugging was really bad for my eyes and the skin around my eyes. So I have been trying a few oil and balm cleansers. I want to say, no, balm cleansers that have oils in them, no like actual liquid oils. And this one is my favorite so far. This is a K-Beauty product. It is the Hamish All Clean Balm. And this is huge. This is, I think, 120 grams. So you open it, and there's like a little spatula, and then there's another seal over here, and then the product is in there, and you can use the spatula to dig in, so you're not like sticking your grimy fingers in there. every time you take your makeup off. It smells quite nice. It has like a little bit of fragrance. But of the ones I've tried, I've just found that this one removes makeup the easiest, and it's also the easiest to rinse off. Like it emulsifies really easily. It doesn't need a whole lot of warmth, like some more oily, balmy cleansing balms need a lot of warmth, either like from your fingers or from warm water to actually emulsify nicely, but this one doesn't. It does the job for you really, really well, and it removes waterproof mascara really easily. So it's definitely a fave. Then for the second part of my cleanse, like I only really use the balm cleansers if I've been wearing makeup. If I haven't, I just go in with one cleanser. And in that case, I use the CeraVe foaming cleanser. I think that is what it's called. I had to change the memory card. Okay. So CeraVe came to South Africa in April, and I had purchased this from a reseller in March because I had heard about the ceramides being really good for the skin, and it has niacinamide, which is also a nice barrier supportive ingredient, but also really great for oily skin. And this foaming cleanser is recommended for normal to oily skin types. They have other ones for different skin types. So I knew I wanted to try this, and I bought it from a reseller. And then a month later, CeraVe actually came to South Africa to like our regular stores, Clicks and Discam and whatever. So I paid like double the price that I would have if I'd waited 1 month. But yeah, I couldn't have known they were going to come. So anyway, mine has like German and French writing on it instead of English. If you have oily skin and you want something that's going to clean your face well, so you're going to get rid of the, if you've been wearing sunscreen, you get rid of that. You actually get rid of all the oil buildup on your skin from the day, but it's not going to feel stripping. Your skin's not going to feel tight after using it. You're not going to have that squeaky clean feeling that I have now learned means you've stripped too much oil off your skin. This is so good. Like, I think I'm going to go back to this for like the rest of my life because I've never used a cleanser that I've liked so much. And I've tried a few other ones this year, not this year, in 2022. I've tried a few others, and like, I really wanted to try a salicylic acid cleanser, and I tried a K-Beauty one that was super popular, and I wanted to love it so much, and I just didn't because it gave my skin that like tight, squeaky clean feeling, and this didn't. So yeah, I think I will love this forever. It is just that good. Then for toners, the first one is a K-Beauty product. This is from Isntree. It is their green tea fresh toner. You can get this from any of the K-Beauty resellers. I want to say like the two big ones are Glow Theory and Seoul of Tokyo. They do K and J Beauty. I don't use this every day, and I want to say I mostly use it in the evenings. If I'm using a retinoid or something, obviously you can't use an exfoliating toner, so I've been going in with this. But this just feels so nice. And I mean, green tea is a great antioxidant. It's also a really nice one for oily skin because it somehow also helps to reduce the oil. I'm not quite sure how that mechanism works. But yeah, I've just really been enjoying this, especially, I want to say, if you cleanse your skin and then maybe it doesn't feel like tight, but you like after patting down, your skin just feels a little bit like it needs that hydration after cleansing. This is so great. You can use it on a cotton pad, but what I tend to do is just I like cup my hand like this, and I pour a little bit in there, and then I go and just pat it on my skin. It's hydrating and soothing, and it feels really nice. For an exfoliating toner, I have been using the Ren Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic. I think this is like such a cult favorite, but it is really nice. And I want to say, I think it contains lactic acid, not glycolic acid, but it's gentle enough that you can use it every day. So I was at one stage using it every day, now I'm using it like every second day. And it just really helps with the texture on your skin to get it looking, like if you have like weird little bumps, and I get them, I want to say like up here on my temples, around the sides of my face. if I don't exfoliate, then I get like weird texture there. And using this consistently every day or every second day just gets rid of that, makes my skin look really even and smooth. So huge fave. For serums, I wasn't actually going to include a serum, and then I thought, I've been using this for almost the whole year and it has definitely helped my skin. So while maybe now I don't see so much of a difference, I think the continuous use is keeping my breakouts at bay. This is the Fundamentals Retinol Water Serum. It is a 0.3% retinol serum. I've got like a quarter left. I started out using this like every third night, and you have to like build up a tolerance to retinoids, but it's really gentle. I want to say I purged for maybe like 3 weeks and then it stopped, and my breakouts have definitely been a lot more under control. I still get, I want to say like a few days before my period, I can definitely break out like around my mouth and chin. And what's happening now, I don't know if you can see over here, if I eat a lot of sugar, I also break out. And over the festive period, I've definitely eaten more sugar than I normally do. So obviously that's not going to help with those kind of external factors that affect the skin, but it's definitely helped with like my regular breakouts. They are like almost non-existent. So yeah, Fundamentals Retinol, that's definitely a fave, and a good one. I had never used a retinoid before, so a good like starter retinoid. Then I have found what I believe is my holy grail eye cream in 2022. This is the Skin Functional Eye Cream with copper tripeptide. It's really small, it's only 15 mils, and it has a little airless pump, which is super nice. And it's not a heavy cream. I don't like heavy creams under my eyes. Number one, I have oily skin, like heavy creams just don't do well with me. And number two, I'm still quite young. I don't know, I'm 29, like I don't have like wrinkly, papery, dry skin under my eyes. I just want something lightly hydrating that's going to, prevent the wrinkles, hopefully. Like we don't talk about anti-aging, we talk about well-aging. Let's age gracefully. So this is really nice because it's very lightweight. It's almost serum-y. It's not creamy at all. It's liquidy. And I just do one pump on my ring finger, pat them together, and then pat under and around the eye. Copper tripeptide is supposed to be really great for dealing with like fine lines and wrinkles. It also has a derivative of vitamin C. It's got tetrahexadecyl ascorbate. Is that the one? So yeah, vitamin C also like encourages collagen production, which, under the eyes, that's probably a good thing. So definitely a fave. I don't even think I want to try other eye creams. This one is just like such a fave. Then I mentioned earlier in the video that I was diagnosed with rosacea I want to say halfway through 2022. And I mean, there are pictures on my Instagram if you want to see. I'm not going to put them up here, but I had like really red cheeks and quite a lot of texture that it wasn't pimples. That texture is the like inflammatory rosacea. And I went to the doctor and she prescribed me this Soolantra cream, which it's ivermectin in a cream to like stop that inflammation. And you use it every night, only at night. But I want to say you don't see a difference immediately, but I take pictures of myself often, like mostly for the curly hair thing, because I want to see, like, compare my hair, now versus in 6 months' time. But obviously my face is in those pictures. And 2 months after I started using the Soolantra, there was a huge difference. Like, I still get pink cheeks, and there are certain triggers that like will trigger the pinkness. If I exercise and I get very like hot and sweaty, like there's nothing I can do about the pink cheeks. They are there. But the texture is gone, and it's not pink like all the time, if that makes sense. So huge fave. Thank you to my doctor for being amazing. Love the Soolantra cream. And let's move on to moisturizers. These two are actually finished. I've been saving them for an empties video. For me, for my oily skin, the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion. This is the one that says PM, because the AM one has like SPF 20 in it. I haven't actually tried that one, but I like SPF 50, so I didn't want that moisturizer. This is so great. It's a lotion, so it's really lightweight and it absorbs into the skin nicely, but it is super hydrating and soothing. And I know it says on here for normal to dry skin. Girl, guy, non-binary, if you have oily skin and you are looking for a hydrating but in no way like sticky or heavy moisturizer, get this one. It is so good. I have a few moisturizers open at the moment that I'm kind of using, but when I finish those, I'm going back to this. It's honestly like such a lifesaver for me. Then I didn't really use this too often. This was for my husband, who has the opposite of me, extremely dry skin. And in winter, when the air is really dry, his skin just flakes. It flakes and flakes and flakes, and nothing in the 4 years, almost 5 years that we've been married, like nothing I gave him actually helped. And you know, this year with me doing all of this, I want to say skincare research and like learning so much from reading and from watching videos, I thought like, let's get him something with ceramides to kind of help that skin barrier. So this is from Fundamental Skincare. It is their 1% ceramide cream. It is completely finished. It helped his skin so much in winter, and he continued to use it. He actually only finished this quite recently in at the end of the year. So yeah, he's got some other stuff that he's trying, but if that doesn't do the job in winter, we're just going to buy this for him again because it did such a good job. On to sunscreens. So I've been trying a bunch of sunscreens this year, and then with the rosacea diagnosis, like sun exposure is one of my triggers that makes me really red. So sunscreen has just become like a huge part of my life in 2022. I've tried a few, and these are my two favorites. The first is from Bionique. It's their Acne Sun SPF 50. This is available from Discam. It's in a pump bottle, and it has chemical and physical filters, if that means anything to you. It's got both. It doesn't leave a white cast, even though it's quite a white cream. Like once you've spread it out, there's no white cast. And with my sensitive cheeks, like some sunscreens, some chemical sunscreens actually like sting my cheeks, and I had to stop using them. This one doesn't sting at all. So it's a great one for sensitive skin, and it's super affordable. It is 170 Rand at Discam for a sunscreen for SPF 50. Like that is crazy. Then the next one is another K-beauty favorite. This is such a like cult product. It is the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rice and Probiotics SPF 50 plus PA plus 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 plus. So it's got a lot of UVA protection as well. This is more of a like serum-y, essence-y consistency, super lightweight, quite hydrating. Like if I didn't want to use a moisturizer, or if I had like a really rushed morning and I had to make my routine as quick as possible, I would go cleanse, sunscreen, done. And it's enough for me. And I know dry skin people also really like this because it is hydrating. But for oily skin, it's super lightweight and it's not in any way sticky. So I think it's such a like universally loved product, and I understand why. It is a chemical sunscreen, but it doesn't burn my cheeks. So I want to like hesitantly say like also fine for sensitive skin, but I know that obviously depends on you and your skin. But yeah, such a fave. Love this one as well. Then some other like random skincare favorites. More K-beauty. These are the CosRx Acne Pimple Master patches. These are finished. I need to get some more. Hubby found these in my bathroom cabinet, and he also started using them when he gets the occasional pimple. But these are so great. They are hydrocolloid patches, and you stick them on your pimple and they just like, they draw everything out. I like to use them overnight. You can also wear them during the day if you don't mind having a patch on your skin. They're not super visible. They're clear. Yeah, really great. I need to go buy some more. And then lastly for skincare, this is from Switch Beauty. It is their Superhero Salve, which, can you even see that? It's so small. It's a lip balm, basically. I've probably used like half of this in almost a year. This has been such a savior for my lips, especially in winter. My lips and my hands in winter get really, really dry, and they flake and they're sore. And putting this on at night as like a lip mask has just been the best thing I could ever do for my lips. I wear this to bed every night without fail. let's move on to body care, because I just mentioned my dry hands. So I've been trying a few things for my hands, and like now in more humid weather, it's not such an issue, but in winter, like you don't want to see what my hands look like, just like flaky and sore all the time. So I tried a lot of hand creams, and even like not necessarily hand creams. Like I tried the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast balm, which was good. But I was trying to find some more budget-friendly options, because that's quite expensive for like even for the 50ml small one. I think it's like 240 Rand. So I tried to find some cheaper alternatives. What I did find that worked very, very well. These are also K-beauty products, so yeah, a little bit irritating that stuff you have to like order online or go to a specific store to get. You can't just pick up at Clicks or Discount, but these are what have worked for me. The first one is from CosRx. It's the Comfort Ceramide Hand Cream Intense. They also have a lighter one, but I haven't tried it. I bought this in June and I still have a little bit left because I've been trying a lot of things. But this, I'm gonna put some on now. I don't know why I'm whispering. This is just super. It's not a very thick cream, but because it's got those ceramides, it like really helps with the skin barrier. It's very nourishing and moisturizing, and then creates that bit of a seal to just seal all of that in and protect the hands. It also has bergamot essential oil, so it smells really nice. I don't know if I put that on my face, but on my hands it's fine. Yeah, so that basically got me through winter. And then I bought 2 of them, so I have another one. When that one finishes, it is my favorite hand product. And then I tried this as well. Is there even any English on here? Made in Korea is in English. This is from Pyeongkang Yul. It's their like professional hand cream. They also have like an intense version and a lighter version. This is the more intense version. It's also basically finished. I bought 2 of these in September. No, I bought 1 because it was on sale for $50. Oh, by the way, this CosRx one is $180 for 50 mils. So it is cheaper than like the La Roche-Posay balm, but still not an inexpensive product. These I think normally go for $120 per bottle, but they were on sale for $50 each because they were expiring. So this is technically expired. I bought it in September and it says it expired in October, but I've been using it and I think it's still fine. Yeah. Anyway, this, should we just put it on as well? This is a much thicker cream, and it's got ceramides and beeswax, if I remember correctly. But it's like a very stiff cream. I don't know if you can see that. It's much stiffer than the other one, but it like performs a similar function. I've enjoyed both of them. I think I slightly prefer the CosRx one. It feels more nourishing, but they both have been very good for my hands, and I will recommend both of them to anyone who has dry hands. Then for body, I haven't tried that many body products. I want to say the first one was when CeraVe launched in April. I bought the SA Smoothing Cream. This is a big tub. I've used maybe like 3/4 of it. I don't know, you probably can't see. I've used a lot of it. I have keratosis pilaris on my arms, which is sometimes called KP. If you don't know what that is, it's when you get like little weird bumps on your arms that almost look like acne, but they're not acne. It's a buildup of keratin in the pores. And there's a few things you can do to kind of lessen the bumps, but they don't really go away. And it's not like it's an important thing for researchers, because it's not a harmful condition. It's just something that people have, and a lot of people have it. Yeah, so mine gets a lot worse in winter. Like now in summer, it's not so bad. So I bought this in April, like preparation for the dry winter skin, and it's really helped. It's helped a lot in lessening my keratosis pilaris. It's got salicylic acid, 10% urea, and lactic acid. And so they like the dermatologists and the researchers and whatever Urea in concentrations of 10% or more is an anti-keratolytic, so it breaks down keratin. And then lactic acid is obviously an exfoliant, and salicylic acid like goes into the pores and clears them out. So I think that combination has just been like really good for lessening the bumps. And it's also very moisturizing. Like I don't necessarily have super dry skin, so like I'm not someone who would apply lotion every day because I don't need it. But I apply this like after every time I shower to my arms, and I also have some on my butt cheeks. I don't know if that's TMI, but you know it now. So I just apply it to where I need it, and it has really helped. Then towards the end of the year, I was very kindly gifted some products from Standard Beauty. So shout out to you guys if you're listening. And I've been using this cleared 2% BHA salicylic acid body wash. You can see I haven't used that much, like I've only had it for like maybe 2 or 3 months. But I've been using this when I shower, also on the same areas with keratosis pilaris. And if I have any body acne, I've been using it as well. And I didn't think this was helping too much because it's summertime and my KP is not as bad in summer. But we went away for 4 days. That's not a lot of time, 4 days. And I didn't take this with. I just took like one shower gel because, you know, space, you want to like economize your packing. I didn't take this with. And my KP, I don't want to say flared up, but it got worse. So I definitely think this is having an impact on my keratosis pilaris. It's definitely lessening it. Just the fact that it got so much worse when I didn't use this is indicative. So shout out to Standard Beauty for a great product. Let's finish off with hair. Obviously I'm obsessed with hair care. I do the curly girl method. Like we know this on this channel. But I want to say I haven't tried a whole lot of new things in 2022. I had over 2020 and 2021 purchased a lot of things and tried a lot of things to find what worked for me. And I almost feel like now and over the course of 2022, I know what works for me. So I've been really happy with my routine while still like struggling to get through all of the stuff that I'd previously bought. But yeah, so these are the things that I'm like super happy with, like things that I don't want to change in my routine. So for shampoo and conditioner, I've been using Umberto Giannini, and just as a brand in a whole, I freaking love this brand. They're available at Clicks. They are really quite inexpensive. I think every product is between $150 and $170, and they often go on a 3 for 2 special. So I don't know, I find them really affordable. I know everyone's budget is different, but just my opinion. So for shampoo, I've got the Curl Repair and Grow shampoo. This is Curly Girl approved, but it is clarifying. I can get away with clarifying my hair every time I wash. Like, it's fine. It's pink, and it smells like coffee. It's got caffeine in it. It's supposed to like help with hair growth. It says repair and grow. I don't know if it does. It says like damage recovery for curls, but I love this. It's clarifying but moisturizing enough that my hair doesn't feel stripped after I use it. Then for conditioner, also from Umberto Giannini, is their Grow Long Hair Lengthening Conditioner. The slip on this, you guys, it's not heavy, but it has enough slip that you can detangle so easily in the shower, which is what I like to do. I detangle with my fingers in the shower as opposed to brushing. When my conditioner is in, obviously. Here comes the dog. Hi, Pip. Where did I get to about this conditioner? Sorry if you can hear the dogs, they decided to join us. Yeah, it's lightweight, but the slip is great. It's really It's really easy to use in the shower for detangling, and it's nourishing enough without being heavy. I just really like it. It also smells like coffee, which if you like coffee, that's a plus, right? Then for a leave-in conditioner, I just picked this up and I can't get over how heavy it is. Like, I use this all the time and there's so much still in here. This is from Kristiness. It's the Ultra Light Curl Defining Cream. I don't consider this a curling cream. Like, generally curl creams for me are heavier. This is so light. It's just chef's kiss. It's such a beautiful product. It's such a light consistency. It's protein free, so just keep that in mind if you're someone who prefers protein in your leave-in products. But it doesn't weigh the hair down at all, which I think is the purpose. It says for fine to medium curl types. I want to say like medium like hair strand thickness. It's not fine, but it's not coarse either. I just really love this, and I think if you have fine or medium hair, you will too. Then for a gel, like, can you see how finished this is? It's down there. I probably have like 2 or 3 uses left. This is the Curl Jelly Scrunching Jelly from Umberto Giannini. I used to use this in conjunction with their Curl Whip Mousse because I found that this didn't give me enough hold on its own, but then with the mousse it was enough. But I don't know if you can tell, I got my hair highlighted, it was in September. And for some reason, after I got the little highlights, my hair doesn't like too many products, like too many leave-in products when I style my hair. So before that, like, I could happily do leave-in, gel, and a mousse. But now my hair just feels like sticky and gross, and like there's too much stuff in it if I do all 3. So I have experimented a bit with like leave-in and gel, leave-in and mousse. And I generally tend to prefer the gel alone to the mousse alone. The mousse gives like great volume, but for me, like, not enough hold on its own. Whereas the gel, if I use enough of it, I have to make sure, like, if I use too little, then it doesn't last for like 3 or 4 days. If I use enough, it does. So I love this. I actually have a new one waiting for me in the bathroom because I do not want to be without it. Then the last hair product is something completely new to me. I had not tried this brand until, I want to say, May of 2022. This is from Mattmoiselle Organics. It is their protein treatment keratin mask. And Mattmoiselle, like, very kindly partnered with me on some Instagram content. So they sent me a whole bunch of their products to try. And this is like my favorite thing that they sent. It is so good. What does it smell like? I don't know. It smells nice. Maybe like a body lotion-y type scent. It's such a great, like, if you like a deep conditioner or a mask, but you want one with protein in it, not just a moisturizing mask, get it. It's so good. The consistency makes it like so perfect for really working through the hair. It's not too heavy, but it's not like really lightweight either. It's that like perfect medium. And I mean, for I want to say, you're like not fine but not coarse, somewhere in between. It's just like the perfect, not too heavy, not too light for me. Like, if you have finer hair, you might like something lighter. If you have very coarse and dry hair, you might like something heavier. But actually, coarse and dry hair, I think you will like this. Like, you can just put more of it on. Yeah, so another shout out to Mattmoiselle Organics. Lovely local brand, affordable, like very widely available online and in different stores. They are doing the things, and they are doing them really well. Then I felt I had to end with a book, and I looked through like all the books I read in 2022, and let me pick them up. My favorite was actually the 3rd book in a series. So this is called Bloodwitch by Susan Dennard, I don't know how to say that. But it's part of a series, the Witchlands series. So I've got Truth Witch is the first one, Wind Witch is the second one, then we've got Blood Witch, and then Witch Shadow. And I've enjoyed the series as a whole, but this 3rd book for me, I think out of all of them, it's the only one I gave 5 stars. Like, the others got like 3.5, 4, 4.5 type thing. This one was just really, really good. I loved the like character building, and this one was just fantastic. And each book, while it follows like a group of people, like there's multiple perspectives, each book kind of focuses on one, not focuses, has like a very slight focus on one person. So like Truth Witch focuses on one of the main characters. There's like 4 main characters, I want to say, who in this Witchlands series, she has the power of truth. She knows when someone is telling the truth or when someone is lying. The second one focuses on a different witch, and he is a wind witch. He also happens to be a prince from like a different country. They're like, the world building is so great. Then Blood Witch focuses on someone who is a blood witch. He can control blood, and he's a monk. He's super awesome. Also very dangerous. And then the fourth one, Witch Shadow, focuses on the best friend of the truth witch, who she always thought she was one kind of witch, but she actually ends up being another kind of witch. Yeah, this one I want to say is my least favorite. This is the fourth one, and the fifth one has yet to come out, but that's going to be the last in the series, so I will definitely buy it when it comes out. Yeah, so those are all of my favorites for 2022. If you loved any of the same things I loved, leave me a comment down below and let me know what it was. Or if you have a completely different list of favorites and you still want to tell me what your favorite particular thing was, please do. I would love to know. And let's have a great 2023. I'm really hoping to do some great content for you guys on here, and I hope it's a good year for everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.